Hey guys, all right, we're gonna be making a comic book strip. So there's a lot of pieces here, so please stick with me. If you want to split screen me or do picture in picture, you're more than welcome to, but please hang with me for a while with this video. So let me just go over everything that we've kind of got. So in Google Classroom, I've got for you a comic book strip checklist. So just some things to think about when you're making a comic book strip. You should have a title, you should have main characters, you should have a setting, you should have a storyboard or story idea, which has a beginning, a middle, and an end. You should have dialogue, so characters talking, bubbles, narration, possibly, comic book panels, images and characters, emotions and actions like bam, poof, right? That kind of right stuff. And then you would have like the author's name, which is you. All right, so this is just kind of your checklist. You are more than welcome to create your own comic book. You don't have to use any of my ideas, but I know a lot of kids get stuck with like writer's block or just thinking of ideas. So I've done pretty much everything for you. So if you want to literally almost copy what I'm doing or copy my examples, you are more than welcome to. But the sky's the limit how creative you want to be. So this is your comic book strip, your planning area where you can look at different ideas. Or this is just your general list of like what would be on a comic book strip. Now, in this one that I've got comic book strip starters, everyone has their own copy of this. And this is really cool. So what this is I have now created the idea for you. So if you want to use one of my ideas, I've got 10 starter ideas. So I've got Super Pup Saves Recess. I've got Zara and the Alien Pizza. So like Zara and the Alien Pizza, my characters are Zara the pizza maker, and then the setting's an outer space shop. The plot is Zara's space receives a strange pizza order from Mars. The Mills story would be she zooms through space and hits an asteroid field. And then she finally delivers the pizza to a very polite alien family. So there you go, a beginning, a middle, and an end. I've got the Juice Box Bandit. I'm not going to read all these to you. I've got the Magical Homework Pen. I've got the Lunchroom Showdown. I've got the Recess Dragon. I've got the Day the Bell Didn't Ring. I've got Library Girl to the Rescue. I've got Backpack Portal Trouble, and I've got Brain Freeze Battle. Now, I'm currently actually creating this right now. So all of these, by the time you're watching this video, will all have these blue examples right here. Right now, I've only done about 3 or 4 of these. So I'm going to do Zara and the Alien Pizza. So if you click on this is a hyperlink. This is going to open up to another document. And what this opens up to is the complete storyboard. So if you want to literally copy what I'm doing, here's the storyboard right here. So in your first panel, it's a strange order. Zara's pizza place. So it's a futuristic kitchen with robots, gadgets. Zara was finishing her shift when a strange order came in. Dialogue, robot server delivery to Sector Mars, Sector Mars 92. Zara looks shocked, holding the pizza box that's glowing slightly, right? So this would be panel 1, panel 2, blast off, trouble in space, Martian encounter, a pizza trouble, and then 5-star review. Okay, so literally everything's here. And if you want to see an example, this is a complete example too. So you literally guys have everything right here. You could almost copy this. I mean, don't word for word copy this, but you could change. You could keep 90% of this the same. Like if you just don't want to really think about it, you like the Zara and the Pizza Alien and the Alien Pizza, or you like any of these other ones and you want to change some of this, but you could literally use this as your example, okay? So first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to go through my examples, pick what you want. You need to have in your head what you want to do, because that's going to help you find the best Canva template that would fit you, because this one's kind of sci-fi, kind of alien. I'm going to look for something like that. Every one that I did, all of these examples are all going to be a 6-piece panel to the storyboard. If you want to do more, you're more than welcome to, but you must do a minimum of 6 panels. All right? So we got that clear. Once you've got your idea, you're going to go into Canva. You're going to type in comic strip, press enter. And Canva's going to give you everything they've got related to comic strips. You could create a blank one. You just want to do a blank one, all right? You can click on any of these. There's like hundreds in here, guys. There's so many comic book strips. Other thing too, when you're hovering over these, if they have multiple panels, they'll show it to you. Like this one right here, it's got 4. So it's got this one, it's got different bubbles, it's got characters. This is like a really good one right here. Even though this doesn't really fit the one I'm doing, I might actually even just use this one as an example, and I might just pivot real quick on what I'm doing and just change the one, because this one looks really good. But you don't have to do one that has 4. So hover over, this one's got 4, right? Like this one's really cool. This is definitely more like old school comic book. This one only has 1. So if you were gonna do something like this, let me show this. You could do this. So when you click on this one, they're gonna have other options. So because you picked this style, the superhero one, they're gonna give you other superhero style ones. And so maybe there's some other ones in here that you would rather do. Like this one's got a couple pages. Actually, I might do this one. So I'm gonna click here, and then I can click customize. And then let's let this thing load. All right. So this one's giving me 2 panels down here. What I would do first of all, if I think I'm gonna reuse some of this, make copies right now, because once you start editing it, you would make copies of the edit. You can always delete stuff. So if I want to use maybe multiple ones of this, all I have to do is right click with my mouse, and I'm going to duplicate the page. And now down here, look, I can see I've got the exact same thing. Maybe even just make like 3 of them, just so you have it. Duplicate again. Now I've got 3 versions of that same page that I can play with. And then same with this one. Maybe I want to duplicate this one, duplicate the page, and I'll do one more, duplicate the page. All right, so now I've got a lot to work with, right? I've got 6, and really remember, I'm doing a total of, or a minimum of 6 panels. So if I use this one, right, this would be a panel 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 4 of them right here. So really, I should only need 2. All right, and then you can click, you can double click in here. You can change the pictures. So maybe I want a pizza girl instead. So I could go over here to elements, and I type in pizza girl, and I might not get anything, right? I've got to kind of search. So here's graphics. So I've got this. So like right here, maybe this is my person right here. So I could drag her out, and I'm actually going to delete this image right here and bring her in and make her smaller. And now I'm looking at this one. This one isn't the best because it doesn't have a ton of like bubbles and stuff, like text bubbles. But either way, I could take this text bubble, I could copy this, I could right click, I could, let's duplicate this, and I could bring this text bubble up here. Yeah, I'm not really liking this one the more that I'm looking at it. It's hard to really work. So I'm just gonna, on the fly here, get rid of that one. I don't want to use it. I'm gonna use, just for the sake of my example, I'm gonna go back to this one here. This doesn't necessarily fit what I'm doing, but I think this one's going to work better for me just showing you. And again, there's other examples here of different stuff. All right, so I'm going to customize this. Click in here. And again, what I would do is I would first start with, so like this one right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this whole thing fits, and they actually have an example right here of what it would look like. This one's pretty cool. So you got your characters right here. So what's nice about this one is I can take any of these bubbles. So like if I want this bubble, I can right click, I can copy it, I can go back to here, and on here I can right click, I can paste it, and there's the bubble, and I can put that text bubble right up here, and then I can just add text right here, and then I could say, hello, or like whatever I'm going to say. I could highlight that, bold it, make it bigger, and then I can just shrink. Oh, I'm going to leave that. And then I would just, I'm going to click off. I find that when I click off, and then I can drag hello, right? So that's how you make a quick text bubble, something like that. If I want to, again, I want the pizza example, I could go, here's the pizza girl. So I'm going to delete this guy, and I'm going to bring out the pizza girl. And then in my comic book strip, Zara, The first scene is let's see, it's a futuristic kitchen. So maybe let's do a kitchen. Probably won't be able to find a futuristic kitchen. So let me look for a kitchen. So any of these would work. So I could bring this out. It should, I think, fit right. Let's see, it's not gonna, sometimes they'll pop right into like the little image thing. All right, so that one's not. So I could click here. I think that's gonna delete the picture. Oops. So let me undo. That actually deleted the frame. Okay, sorry. Should be able to get that in there, maybe not. Let's see. Wonder why I'm not able to delete the picture. Alright. Let me think about this. Sorry. I might have to, just for this one, delete. Use. Let's see. I have to stick with what I'm doing. Let's see. Edit. Yeah, this isn't really. A lot of times it allows me to drag images into here, but it's not liking that for some reason. Kitchen. Do kitchen background. So I'll just go right in here to elements, type in what I'm looking for. I'll do graphics. So again, find something that I like. This is more futuristic. And kind of there. Yeah, see, it's not liking me going on there for some reason. So I might have to completely change it. But anyway, I'll leave that alone for right now. So again, I could use something like this. Text box, Zara was finishing up her shift when the strange order came in. So I could add, I'm just going to copy this for the sake. But again, you want to change this slightly, change your name, change a few things, but I'm totally cool with you guys keeping most of it the same. All right, so there's the text right there. I would need to make this bigger and make this bigger. And guys, listen, like this is going to take multiple weeks to do this, right? I want this done right. We want it to look really nice. So I'm trying to go quick just to kind of show you how to do some things here. Like there's that in there. And then we obviously want to change the name to Zara and Alien Pizza Delivery or something like that. All right. And then again, you would just continue going on here. But again, if you wanted to make a copy of this, you would have been better off making a copy before we started, because right now, if I duplicate this page, it's going to give me two of the same ones, right? Okay, and then again, you just keep searching in here. So like, I don't know if they have an alien or not. So like, if you look in here for an alien, there we go. That's cool. That's actually going to be in my last slide down here, where, well, Zara flies through the asteroid field. Martians encounter. A cute alien family awaits outside the red planet. So again, this is actually in panel 4. So I could go back up here. And if I was just using this, I know these aren't the same 1, 2, 3, 4. This would actually be that panel. So if I wanted to use aliens, right, make it smaller. And then maybe make an alien family, right? So maybe make like this guy. And I'll add one more, right? There you go. You can also, guys, go find other comic book bubbles. So you do like comic. So a couple things here. When you type in the word comic, you're going to get suggestions. So they're saying, hey, do you want bubbles? Do you want background? Do you want strips, books, right? So let's get some bubbles here. So maybe I want to add stuff like this. This is very comic book looking, right? And then I'd put that here and have them talking, or however this looks, you know. And now that I'm kind of playing with this, I actually feel that using one that has less frames per page would work better, but really it's up to you. And again, maybe some other background, some other stuff, like this is really cool. But yeah, it's not getting into the background like I thought. Sometimes what it does is it will actually insert it into the background, but it's not allowing me to do that. I'll have to kind of play around with it. So anyway, you just continue basically building your comic book strip, and you might realize during the middle of this that you didn't really pick the right comic book strip template like I did in the first one, and now I'm even thinking right now this probably wasn't the best one. I think I want one with bigger ones. So I would probably actually even go back. At this point, I haven't gone too far on it. I'm gonna stop the video here in a second, but I would probably even just redo this, and I would probably just use something, either start a blank one. You know, here's your comic book strip. And then you can have ones, right, that you can drag out here. So here's all the same ones we've seen. Or just start, right, with maybe something that's, you know, like this. Right? And then again, you can duplicate it. Oops, sorry. Click on the whole thing. There we go. Duplicate the page, right? Duplicate it a few times. But if you have a couple of these frames, like use 2 frames, then you'd want 2, 4, 6, right? You'd want 3 of these. So you'd want to make, I think you can duplicate down here too. Yeah, duplicate page. There you go. So I got through. So anyway, have fun with it, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Hopefully this video was helpful.